This is the 6:30 p.m. turn in April's harvest, the Battle of Shiloh on the first day. And this turn actually is twilight, and the main effect of this is it does cut visibility down a little bit as the sun's going down. However, in April's harvest, there's so much woods, there's not a lot of distance for visibility to matter that much anyway. However, that is the situation. So starting with the Confederate player turn, General Breckinridge has to roll for corps attack stoppage, and he fails. So here's a picture just to remind you from the prior turn at what was going on with Breckinridge. The rest of the Confederate forces, however, do continue with their attacks. And once night comes, there's a heavy die roll modifier to attack stoppage, which makes it very likely for combat to stop and the orders to end once night comes in. Ruggles' division exchanges fire with Prentiss's division, as has been going on. And this time Pond suffers some losses and routs, and Miller's brigade really has anchored the western end of the Hornet's Nest. Both sides suffer heavy losses here, though. Then going into the Union portion of the turn, the Union 4th Division receives orders to fall back, and the commander reads the orders and goes into delay. Probably the men don't want to leave the sunken road. They probably feel it's a little bit at a risk. I'm not sure. But there's no sign of Buell yet, so we'll see what happens with this. Just minor skirmishing here, and then darkness falls, and we go into the 7 o'clock turn, which is the night turn. So starting at 7 o'clock, it is a night turn, and I can't remember if I mentioned this, but night turns are generally hourly turns where you can focus on straggler recovery. There could be some fighting, but usually a corps attack stoppage happens. But here we still have the fighting going on. Of course, Breckinridge stopped last turn, but Jackson's brigade is firing on the Hornet's Nest. They're exchanging fire. Both sides are suffering casualties. And I will mention it's not pitch black yet, so the visibility is 3 hexes. So that fire can continue to happen. The Union's 4th Division implements its orders to fall back to the Savannah Road. And so the artillery falls back into Duncan Field at this point, and Veatch and Lohman fall back into Cloud Field. Then Lew Wallace's division arrives, and he's coming in from the north along the Savannah Road, and he has orders to take the 3rd Division to Owl Creek. And that brings the 7 o'clock turn to a close. We go into the 8 o'clock turn, and Bragg is still fighting. So the 2nd Corps Confederates are still attacking the Hornet's Nest, and Withers' division captures the Peach Orchard and Bloody Pond, and Jackson's brigade moves into the center of the Hornet's Nest. Both sides are fighting and suffering some casualties. Then we go to the Union turn. The Union falls back to Cloud Field. That's the 4th Division. Prentiss's 6th Division is still in contact with Bragg's 2nd Corps at the Hornet's Nest. So both sides are firing in darkness, and there's just minor effects that are happening at this stage. So at the 9 o'clock turn, Bragg is still continuing to attack. And some of his troops are down to a C level of firepower, so they're not really generating much effect at all. And if you don't know what I mean by the C level firepower, I did a video not too long ago that talked about fire points and some of the limitations of what can fire out of a hex. General Grant sends Prentiss orders to fall back into the woods just south of Mulberry Field. These orders won't arrive until 10 o'clock. There's minimal fighting that's happening in the Hornet's Nest. Some of it is being affected by visibility and just lack of firepower. Then we move to the 10 p.m. turn, and it starts raining. So it's night and there's rainfall, and the rain basically is preventing fire and close combats. It's preventing straggler recovery. Movement is halved in the rain. And yet, General Bragg of the 2nd Corps still does not call off the attack. But he's not going to be able to do much anyway at this point because of the rain. Since it's 10 o'clock, General Prentiss did receive his orders from General Grant. They're probably rain-soaked, but they ask Prentiss to abandon his position and to fall back to Mulberry Field, and he accepts the orders. So he begins to fall back immediately. And of course, it's going to be slow because of the rain. And of course, the disadvantage of moving at night is you can't recover stragglers, but if it's raining, you can't recover stragglers. So it's really not that big of a point. Then we go to the 11 o'clock turn. Bragg, 2nd Corps, is continuing to attack. I mean, he keeps passing his attack stoppage. So he's supposed to be attacking the Hornet's Nest. They're basically just moving around. They can't really get any good shots in off each other. And during the Union part of the turn, Prentiss falls back, and one of his brigades gets to Dill Branch. The cavalry, Ingersoll's cavalry, gets to the Cloud home, and they just are hunkering down because of the rain. So that brings the 11 o'clock turn to a close. Thank you for watching this update, and stay tuned for more action from April's Harvest. Thanks for watching.